Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Will Cheese Fail sent in by you, the fans, to Lifesaglitchtv@gmail.com. Mr. Maximus Black.
Yes.
Hit me up with the sound of Jingle Bells, but the pornographic edition if Mandingo sang it.
Jingle balls, suck on my huge cock.
Perfect. Well, that went exactly how I wanted to go. Well done. Thank you for knocking it down after being set up.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Up here in the top right, we have Even XD, the red Zerg. In the bottom left, we have the blue Terran, Jungle Balls.
Jungle balls. Love it. Another Terran. A lot of Terrans today.
A lot of Terran today, yeah.
Here we go. Proxy
Oh, boy.
command. This can only mean one thing, Adam. It could be a planetary fortress, but it's against a Zerg. And guess what? I saw it on the way in. It looked like Even picked random.
Wait, hold up.
Oh, this is getting
So
spicy.
We've got a blue block is moving, but we also got the stealth hatched Prox as well, a double cheese.
Yes,
if
finally.
You will.
Finally, we got some spice going here. We got some spice. Okay.
Little cheddar, little Swiss.
Spawning pool has been started now, about 35, 40% of the way complete. Once this finishes, he is going to be bringing in some lings. He's going to build a queen, and he's going to force Jingle Balls to jingle the fuck out of that base. The only good thing is if he can get out Marines, which he's not going to because he doesn't have a Rex, he's going right for the engineering bay. He thinks that he's playing a random, so my guess is he's like, you know what, I've got 2/3 of a chance. Hope to God it's either Terran or Protoss, preferably Protoss. Zerg? I mean, what are you going to do with that? You going to land it right here? You going to kill an extractor, maybe?
That's the problem doing it against the Zerg is that really, there are ways we've seen it work in the past, but typically it's more of a contain. It's not a win condition outright like it can be against other races, but it can be a contain. What do we go? Oh, here we go. The creep. It's coming in.
He might not even notice it because he's so fixated here. He puts it outside of the ramp, and he's going to put a PF there to try and isolate him. Problem is he's being isolated. He immediately picks up. I like that play. It's smart. He gets out of there. Too bad he didn't have a barracks because then he could have taken Marines on the opposite side, lifted that up, and the Lings would never be able to get out. What I'm going to assume here, oh, look at that. They weren't even attack moving. They were just right-clicked. He's probably going to take these SCVs right up here and do long-range mining and bring the command center right here, like fly it all the way up. That's what I would do.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
That way you've got protection.
And we've seen that happen in the past where sometimes, both players do similar things. They just end up almost swapping mains, really. But for the Terran, having that there to wall him in, getting the planetary, holding the Zerg to one base until he can find another way out, and while still having your own base, really, this early in the game, with all your SCVs, I mean, look, he's going to get a couple of kills here. Very nice, surrounded him, waited, didn't moved them all down before. Getting rid of them. So we got a couple of free little drones there. But, I mean, I think that's the best case scenario. It's not what he's doing, but I would have done it because you're going to have protection for your main. You're going to be as far away from that second hatch as possible.
Yep.
And you're going to be able to dual purpose all of the SCVs that you have. But you know what? Fair play. We'll see how it goes. He at least made the right move. Obviously, we agree getting out early and moving away from the main. But yeah, I agree with you. I think he probably could have just taken that up to the natural of Even.
Yeah, it would have. It's a missed opportunity because then he could have used this as an orbital command and had one planetary there. He could have used the orbital for mules. He also could have been, at the very least, mining the whole time while he was floating. Even if it's a long-range mining, it's not optimal. But at least you're getting that. You could have put down a couple of barracks and have at least started your tech. But once again, man, it's Platinum. It's already a much more exciting game than our last couple.
Ooh.
So I'm on board with all of this.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And he did choose planetary, which you have to in this scenario.
Oh, for sure.
Because it's on its own. You can't allow it to be an orbital, which is, like you were just saying, one of the upsides of having gone the other way with it is he could have had an orbital instead.
Correct.
Gotten into mules and whatnot because he already had his planetary. That being said, those spine crawlers would have been a problem would have been able to just poke away at the mineral line, and creep would have eventually become some sort of a problem for him. But I think the window of opportunity certainly would have presented itself anyway. Nevertheless, what I'm trying to say, I haven't eaten in fucking 12 hours. Nevertheless, he's outside with that planetary, and that by itself is going to give the Zerg a lot to think about, while Jungle Balls can rebuild on his own.
Yeah, getting another expansion as well, so he's being very, very macro-intensive, which you kind of have to do here. He's putting up a missile turret just in case he decides to go Muta, and, you know, that's actually a really... He doesn't have the information, but if you're going to guess as to what your opponent's going to do,
good guess.
Going to go right for air, because you can't attack. You're just not going to have enough ground units, especially after doing a proxy hatch, to take out a planetary. So what are you going to do? You're probably going to immediately tech to Mutalisk, and he is getting a layer down right now. He has completely taken over this base, which I like to see as well. The supply depot is going to go down. Here is doing a good job with creep spreading, and now we're basically at a standstill here for the next, I would say, the next 3-4 minutes, while both players kind of macro up and reassess and start to move around the map a little bit more.
Yeah, I like how Jungle Balls is constructing the base here too. He's really doing a lot of right things at the moment, and like you were saying, we seem to have kind of like a soft reset in the game at this time. I do think it's still a little bit in Zerg's favor. I mean, he's sitting on a lot of minerals. I'm surprised he hasn't macro hatched or something else, or expanded again.
I mean, this is kind of a macro hatch, yeah.
Yeah, he's sitting on a lot, and really, he could have had more overlords. He's supply blocked. He's just got his first overlord out in a while, so he's just not managing his time wisely, and probably could be further ahead than he is. Now, like you were saying, it would be pretty silly to try and get down the ramp to do any kind of real attacking. He is building some roaches now into Ravagers, so I guess all of his attacking is going to be from a distance. Now, do they have the range to do that, even if the planetary has, what is it called, high-sec fucking...
Yeah, I don't... That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe he might be able to get the corner, but he's going to take some... Yeah, okay, he does. Just barely have the range. But he's just not going to have enough DPS.
No.
Definitely not going to have the range, yeah, to get that SCV. And this SCV is just going to keep on repairing. And unfortunately, there's just no way. This is a lost cause. Finally, getting the Spire. That's what you needed to go. And I wouldn't even care about this. I'd get a Nidus Canal and be using my Nidus to get the stuff out, bringing it down here, grabbing this natural, and getting out as many Muta as you can to start going to the other bases, specifically this one because he knows about it, and getting rid of that mineral line. That's his really only play. This right here is just one big fuck you magnet. Let's go ahead, waste your time. Waste your energy, waste your APM, you know, be fascinated by this while I just sit back and tech to get ready to screw you over.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised. I mean, worst case scenario, he's making the Terran burn minerals on repairing that thing. I guess it's like a small
yeah, but it's
lining.
Nothing, bro. He's got 3 bases.
I would like to see even scout some more now. He's got the ability to. He can have his
overlords,
his overseers and overlords go out, because he doesn't really have any recent information. For example, he doesn't know that he's about to be up against more than a handful of Banshees that are going to have cloak, and his ability to see that coming ahead of time might be the difference between severely taking a lot of economic damage or not, and where to have his Muta on the map and when. But he doesn't have that right now. He's still investing in things like spine crawlers and spending a lot of time microing, trying to do damage to this planetary, which is ultimately just not going to do anything.
Yeah, he just lost another Ravager. He's just, once again, spending more time than what he would like. He's now getting another spine crawler. Like, is he planning to bring these spines down and do one big push? Because if so, don't. But it is what it is. There's the Banshees. The Banshees are now in the base, and he's going after the macro hatch. I'd go after the drones first. Once you clean up those, then go after them. Now building a 5 Muta and 30 Ling. He has finally taken the fight to the planetary. He's going to get rid of it finally. But at what cost, Adam? He lost a lot of Ravagers there, a lot of time and effort, and now his entire base is getting wrecked.
Yeah, he did. Now, I mean, as long as he can get Muta out here, then that's going to be, you know, he's going to take a lot of damage. But I guess on the upside, whatever he loses here, he can rebuild back home
Yeah, he's
and
going
more
to fly
easily
away.
defend. But he's going to get out of there, and the Muta are going to just chase after, I guess. But he doesn't
There's
have
the
enough
missile
Muta to
turrets.
really, you know, make much of a difference, especially against the missile turrets. So he'll stay back at base. It does look like Even is ready to take the fight to him, though. He's moving some more units across the map.
Good luck.
Ravagers, and
You're
what I
gonna
would
need
assume
it.
to be some Zerglings that don't even have speed.
No. Nah. He's fucked. You can't take this fight. There's too many missile turrets, and these Banshees are nasty. Just one volley in these Ravagers. I wouldn't be chasing, though. Like, there's no point in losing Banshees for no reason.
Oh,
You
well,
know?
there you go. Now you're losing Banshees for no reason. He just loses, what, one? Could have lost three. Got
Yeah,
a
just
little lucky
repair
there.
these Banshees. Sit back here. Just keep teching. He doesn't know about this. It's a one-base Zerg now versus a two-base Terran.
And look at the resource split, Mr. Black. Zerg is now floating next to nothing in his resources.
Yep.
And Terran is oversaturated for his production facilities. So we're seeing a bit of a flip in things after that Banshee attack in the bottom left of the map. And depending on how Jungle Balls defends this, that might be the ultimate turning point for him to be able to get out and win the game.
Yep. Still no repair. Okay, good. He is repairing. As I was about to give him a little bit of shit there. You're not repairing your Banshees. He's going to go ahead and do that. Swapping over now, going for a reactor. So I don't know if he's planning to double pump Vikings to go after the Muta, or he's going to get some medevacs. Overseer now making some changelings to get as much information as he can. Planetary scouts them out, or the majority of them. And now he's going to see this base up here. This would have been a base he could have attacked a couple of minutes ago. It looks like he's still going to try. These rocks are in the way. That's going to give Jungle Balls some more time to prepare over here. Now getting another command center. Don't know if he's going to put a planetary here and just kind of choke it out. I probably would, simply because you know you're super far ahead. Instead of, you know, transferring it over to, say, these minerals. That way you're covered, and you can just continue to keep poking. We'll see what he does. Yeah, still nothing. Okay, yep, there's the planetary. So I like that move. 66 supply to 73, but this isn't a very scary army in comparison to what's going on here.
No. How easy still not have speed? If you're going to rely on Zerglings at all, at 12 minutes, 13 minutes in, they need to have speed. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They're just not going to be able to get nearly as much work done without it. But at the moment, having these Muta here is basically just all he could do to get rid of these Banshees, which is being successful. And this was a major economic blow here that might allow the tables to turn yet again. This time back into the favor of Even XD.
Yeah, I mean, I was just saying this don't look like a scary army, but I don't think Jungle Balls could have taken that fight any worse than what he did.
Nah.
Didn't. Oh, sometimes it's okay. Whew. See, you know, for me, I've just been playing a lot of StarCraft, and so, you know, I've got a little bit more of a competitive mind right now than what I normally do.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm a bit tougher.
I think he was putting a lot of stock in his Vikings and Banshees, and they just didn't pan out because, you know, sometimes you forget just how scary even a handful of Muta can be. And so really that was a lot of cleanup there he might not have considered. And he's lucky there wasn't like Zergling speed or anything, because that would have gone even worse.
Oh yeah.
Than it did.
Oh yeah, big time. I mean, dude, we're still on one base versus one base. We've got a macro hatch. Hard to do any real macroing though when you don't have much minerals. He's finally re-putting down this this hatchery, floating this command center orbital over down here. So now we're back on two base. Only got 11 SCVs. We got a mined out refinery. Things are starting to really shift here, Adam.
Heavily.
I mean, you're gonna
you don't
land
want to land
these?
those either.
Man.
I mean, you have to, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah. There you go. Okay, he just
left.
Jungle. He just said, "Nah, that ain't it. I'm out of here."
Why would he leave?
Well, he was mined out, I think, and he didn't want to like commit to like.
I guess this season. Yeah, I guess. I guess. Suppose.
I guess. I mean, he still had all those Vikings. He probably could have. But hey, but he had 2 Liberators just about to pop too. He probably could have been fine. Maybe he was just like, nah.
Yeah, fuck this game.
Is just not worth it. Yeah, like just dragging on forever. But a good game, double cheese.
Yeah.
Both
I
of
like
them made
it.
some good and bad decisions that allowed the game to swing in both directions. It would have been nice to see a finish that was a little bit more definitive than what we got, but nevertheless, well done. I would say for both gentlemen making it work. And other than maybe just Jungle Balls putting that original landed command center up there at Evans Natural.
Yeah.
I think everyone did, more or less what they needed to do in that game. So it was good. It was a good show.
Solid game, but I think Jungle Balls is going to have to change his name to Blue Balls the way that game just ended.
Oh, and he's blue too. Fuck me.